Я подумала, что тебе это может понадобиться. Джонни все время о тебе спрашивает.
I hate what this is doing to me, but most of all, I hate what it's going to do to my son.
Johnny's going to be all right, and you're going to be out of here real soon.
And what if I don't, Jane? We got to face the facts that I might not beat this.
You can't think that way.
He lost his mother, now he's going to lose his father.
Look, I won't let you give
Look,
it up.
I keep racking my brains. I cannot figure out who it is that hates me this much.
I hate you.
Jane, the attacks on Haley and Victoria weren't some kind of uncontrolled fits of rage. They were completely planned out.
Is that what the police think?
We both know what the police think. Somehow he gets into my house. He finds a pair of my boots and he wears them for all 3 attacks. Then he puts them back into my closet and he points the police in my direction. Trust me, it's not an accident that I'm about to be tried for 3 crimes I didn't commit. Some psycho who's out there right now intentionally set me up.
Yeah, college fund. Initial deposit will be $5,000. Transfer it over from my checking account. Yeah, it's fine, but I don't want to be named as depositor. That's correct. John, you're my banker, not my father. Would you just humor me? Well, the child hasn't been born yet. This is strictly confidential, okay? The mother-to-be is Julia Wainwright. Right, you're right, the one who just joined the firm. I'm sure you do have reservations, John, but reservations are for restaurants, not bankers. Right. Just get it in motion, okay? Yeah, thanks a lot, Tom.
Hi. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, I'm just taking care of an accounting error at the bank.
I didn't hear you leave this morning.
Well, I was trying to be as quiet as possible. You're sleeping so soundly, and I know how you need your rest.
Must have been very early.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to take care of down here. Still do.
Uh-huh. I thought perhaps you were avoiding me after what we talked about last night.
I thought we settled that last night.
We didn't. I was up half the night trying to figure out why I was jealous of Julia and why you were seeing so much of her, and suddenly it all made sense.
No. The problem is me, Victoria. I was thoughtless and
Mason,
insensitive.
please. I know why you have been so concerned about Julia.
Oh, Eden, this is going to be wonderful.
I know, I'm so excited I can hardly stand it.
When exactly are you getting married?
Well, Cruz has to do some police business in Cabo San Lucas, so I'm going to go to Utah, get everything ready, all prepared. He's going to meet me there. We're going to get married.
And live happily ever after. I didn't hear you mention anything about this. Did this just come out of the blue?
Well, not really. Losing our baby made us realize how fragile things are. So we decided that the best thing we could do for ourselves is to just get married as soon as we can.
And I hope you stay as long as you want. I'm going to water your plants for you, so everything else I'll look after, too.
Okay, thanks. But listen, I'm not leaving till the day after tomorrow. I am staying with Mom and Dad, so if you have any problems...
There aren't going to be any problems. Don't worry, okay?
Okay.
Oh, don't you look husbandly tying your tie.
Oh, thanks. Julia, I'm really sorry to be copping out on the Lamaze classes.
Yeah, well, you should be. I mean, tossing me aside so that you could get married and have a wonderful honeymoon.
Well, you know, I was thinking maybe Pearl might want to pinch hit
Cruz, listen to me. Help me break the ice with that class, and I will always be grateful to you for that. Anyway, I know most of the people there now, and I think I should try to go alone. You guys just go have a wonderful wedding.
Oh, thanks.
And a terrific honeymoon. And I don't want to see you for a month. Okay? Bye.
You take care of that.
I love you. Bye-bye. Take your book. Bye.
What's wrong?
I just wish she didn't have to be alone.
Well, she wants to be alone until the babies come. She's made that perfectly clear.
I know. I just wish she could be as happy as we are.
I'm sure glad I don't have to wear a tie every day, I'll tell
How
you.
can you complain when you look so elegant?
Me? Elegant?
Okay, handsome. You're going to be the best-looking man at the governor's conference.
Well, I doubt that.
You're also very modest.
Why don't you just come along and then I will be elegant?
You look, you are going to be so busy, you're not even going to notice that I'm not there.
You want to bet?
Look, I've got things I'm going to do. I have lots of stuff I'm preparing. Besides, you know Julia? She said it was the most beautiful location she's ever seen.
Aren't you going to be lonesome without me there?
Of course I'll be lonesome. What's the last time I'll be lonesome? After you say I do, you're stuck with me, fella.
I guess I'm going to have to figure out a way to put up with it, Ann.
What's wrong?
I just think this is the happiest I've ever been.
Me too.
It's almost kind of scary, isn't it?
No, it isn't. We deserve this. This is only the beginning.
You're right. Someone must have thought things out very carefully.
Whoever it was had to be watching me. Because whenever he attacked, he was sure that I wouldn't have an alibi.
Can you think of anyone who considers you an enemy?
No.
Come on, maybe someone from the past.
Believe me, I have spent hours in my cell going over every moment of my life practically. Every time I've been angry to anybody, I can't think of anything. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Look, whoever this is psychotic, and they are bound to make a mistake soon. You're innocent, and I know you'll be cleared.
I keep saying that to myself. But it's sure reassuring to hear it from someone who actually believes it.
Well, you better get used to it, because I'm going to keep coming in here just as long as you're here.
That's good. I look forward to your visits.
So do I. It's kind of weird getting to know someone in a place like this. But I feel like I've really gotten to know you.
Believe me, it's not the real me.
Victoria, before you go any further...
Mason, you don't need to explain anything. For some reason, Julia decided to have this baby on her own without the child's father, and you feel very protective.
Well, that may be part of it. I still don't think I've been spending that much additional time with Julia.
You don't need to feel defensive. I was thinking about Cruz and Eden last night, too, and how devastating it must have been for them to lose a baby. And I realized you'd suffered a loss, too. No wonder you're sensitive to somebody like Julia. You were sensitive to me. I apologize for making such an issue out of it.
Well, I'm lucky to have such an understanding woman for a wife.
Mason, I want things to be right for us. This should be a happy time.
You're right. It should be.
I'll let you get back to your work, okay? I gotta run out and get some more maternity clothes. I'm growing by the minute.
Yeah, they come with expandable waistlines, don't they?
Oh, I'm gonna wash your mouth out with soap. You mentioned a banking problem. Should I write a check or use a credit card?
Better use a credit card. I have to transfer some money into the checking account.
Okay. You gonna be done by 6?
I have to be. I have an important meeting at 6.
What?
With a pillow and 12 pregnant women. No, I haven't forgotten about class.
It's another thing I was thinking about last night.
Lamar's class?
No. How lucky I am to have a husband I can depend on.
I don't believe this. I gotta stop by Santa Barbara after the conference and make a report. I was hoping I could make it straight on to Utah.
Anyway, you have to stop by here and pick up your wilderness clothes. What do you think of my wedding gown?
Oh, you little snow bunny, you. Make my blood boil, why don't you?
Yeah, well, when I was a little girl, I always dreamed of getting married in a parka, moon boots, and long underwear.
Oh, now, Eden, come on. Now, you know, this isn't sealed in cement. If you want to get married here in town in a regular wedding dress, that'd be fine, too.
It was a joke. I love the idea of getting married in those beautiful mountains.
Okay, but are you going to love the reality, or are you going to look back and regret that you didn't have your family there, there was no ceremony?
Listen to me. I'm not going to regret anything.
All right, but I'm the guy who pushed you into this. I know if you want to change your mind, I understand. That's all I'm saying.
Cruz, my family has had enough of tulle and orange blossoms to last them the rest of their lives. Do you know how many weddings the Capitals have staged in the last 6 months?
I know, it's bizarre, but it's not a good enough reason to give up your dream.
Little girls' dreams change. My dream right now is to get married to you on a snow-covered peak and say all the things we want to say to each other. And then we'll have a beautiful honeymoon in an isolated cabin where we can watch winter pull up steak and spring arrive.
You make it sound mythical.
I've been reading up on this. I want to read you something. Listen to this. In the early spring, don't be surprised to see deer, brown bear, fox, and even bighorn sheep right outside your cabin window.
And inside your cabin, don't be surprised to find the big bad wolf.
It doesn't say that in here.
Am I going to get a parka like this when we get married?
All your winter clothes are going to be packed and ready for you when you come here?
She thinks of everything, doesn't she?
Well, I think a lot of you in your clothes. Not so much of your clothes.
I don't know. This is going to be tough, you know. By the time I zip through this assignment and zip back through town and zip over to Utah and zip you up in a sleeping bag, my zipper may be worn out.
You better believe it. You better just not keep me waiting.
I ain't going to keep you waiting. But I am.
Late for lunch, a little early for dinner. What can we do for you?
Oh, I was supposed to meet my mother here.
Mother? Your mother just, didn't she just call a little while ago, Ken?
Yeah, right. She said she's tied up at the university. Might be a little late.
Oh, thanks. Well, it certainly looks like business is picking up. Rick will be glad to hear about that.
You're all raking it in.
Sorry, I hope I didn't keep you waiting.
Oh, you didn't have to rush. I just got here.
Well, frankly, I wanted to rush. You know, I was so excited about that fundraising meeting. We got 2 weeks to go on the fundraising drive, and we already have more contributions than they totaled last year.
Well, someone must be doing a good job over there. Congratulations, Mother.
Thank you, honey.
You really love this job, don't you?
Oh, I do. You know, I was sitting in there in that meeting a little while ago, and everyone, I mean, the men and the women were so impressed with the work I had done, and I didn't even have to try to charm any of them. Everything I had done was right there in black and white. I can't tell you how proud I was.
Well, I'm proud of you, too, Mama.
Well, that's what pleases me the most.
Oh, here, Pearl.
Yeah.
Here are the checks Brick's on for Butcher, Winning Company.
Yeah, this is excellent. You know, the butcher, he was getting a little nervous.
Well, this is my lucky day. I was going to call you.
See there, I saved you a quarter. How are you, Lonnie?
Fine. And thanks to people like your daughter and other friends at Brick, keeping me from being a total wreck.
No, I don't believe it. Hey, look, I am going to go get started on that little project that we discussed, since you think it's an okay idea. I'll see you both later.
Bye, Jane.
Bye-bye.
Bye, honey.
I got a proposition for you.
What might that be?
I know the university fundraising drive that you're working on is over in a couple of weeks. So, there's another fundraiser for the museum. Of course, there's one catch.
What's that?
Well, you got to work with me.
Inspector Castillo,
Yes.
I am Carlotta Kivar.
Nice to meet you. Where's everybody?
Oh, the governor's party won't be here for a few minutes. I requested that you come a bit early.
Uh-huh. Which state office do you represent?
Oh, I'm not with the California governor's office. I'm the press secretary to the governor of Baja, who, as you know, is going to be the host of the conference.
Oh, that's right. Please, let's sit down. Was there any specific reason you wanted me to come early?
Oh, just so we could become better acquainted. Actually, I had to pull several strings in order to be certain that you were included in the official travel party of the governor.
And why would you do that?
Because it was very important for me that a Chicano police officer be included. And managing to get someone of your outstanding reputation was quite a coup.
I wasn't aware my reputation extended beyond the department walls, much less into Baja California.
You're too modest, Inspector. Actually, it's an honor for me to meet you. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that your trip is as enjoyable as possible.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm afraid that I have already miscalculated.
How's that?
Well, I was so sure that you'd be pleased to be selected for such an honor as this trip.
Well, to tell you the truth, Ms. Kivar, Going to Baja right now is the last thing in the world I want to do.
Before you left for your wedding, I wanted to make sure that you had a little something.
Oh, Julia, this is so nice.
No, it's not very much. And the real thing, the real present, will be back here when you come back.
Thanks. I'm going to put this in my suitcase.
Okay. I'll let you get packing.
Oh, no, look, I'm almost finished packing. Why don't you stand?
I don't want to feel like an interfering neighbor.
No, look, I've been thinking about you. I'm glad you came back.
You forgot to tell me to sing to your plants.
No, the plants are going to be fine. Actually, I sort of feel like the interfering neighbor because, well, we're good enough friends, I think. I could just come out and ask you something.
Sure we are. What is it?
Are you okay? I mean, are you happy?
Sometimes I am. I haven't talked to very many people about this, but I think that I can tell you in confidence. Last fall, I decided that my life really wasn't what I wanted it to be. There wasn't anyone special in it, and I wasn't sure that there ever would be. So I sat down and I thought long and hard about what it was that I really wanted for myself in the next few years. And that's when I decided that I wanted to have a baby.
But you said there wasn't anybody special in your life.
That's right, and I was determined not to let that get in the way of my having the baby. I was convinced, and I still am, that I can raise this baby very well on my own. But needless to say, there was a slight problem.
You couldn't have the baby on your own.
That's right. So I had to go out and look for what I considered to be a good father. And after speaking to a group of carefully selected men and sifting through their various qualifications, I picked one. And there was a very specific understanding that there was to be no emotional involvement, no commitment to me or the baby, and no contact with the child. So you can see why I was very secretive about all of this.
And everything went according to plan?
More or less. It's not really what I would have imagined a few years ago. I always thought that I would be lucky enough to find a special love like you and Cruz have. But my baby is still going to have a very loving home. And I feel very lucky to be having this baby.
Well, this man you picked, I mean, I know you have certain standards.
He's wonderful. He's intelligent, he's loving, and he's very compassionate.
Julia, it sounds like the two of you could have had something more.
Maybe, but we didn't.
But you wish for it?
Yeah, I do. But fate, timing, whatever, just didn't cooperate with me. And who knows? After I have this baby, maybe I'll meet somebody. But I do know that it will never be what it could have been with you. All you need to know is that I am determined to be happy, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that this baby is happy.
Now, this man, you don't want to say who it is?
No, Eden.
Somebody I know? All right, I'm being nosy. I won't press the issue.
It's okay. And I'm really glad we got a chance to talk. But I have to get back to the office because if I don't finish my work, I'm not going to make it to the Mars class.
Listen, Julia, I know the right man is going to come into your life. You're a great person. You really deserve it.
Thanks.
sorry to put you on the spot, but I really can't work tonight. It's my girlfriend's birthday.
Yeah, I know. You've already got the cake baked, the ice cream is melting, and you cannot miss the show, right?
Right. Come on.
You get out of here before I make you stay.
Thanks.
Bamboos.
Bye-bye.
Co-chairperson of the committee to raise funds for the museum is a very prestigious position. I don't think you're very happy about the offer.
Lionel, I'm flattered. Truly I am, but I really like my job at the university, and I've made some friends there. People think I'm doing a good job, and there's a good chance I could branch off into other areas there.
Why do I get the feeling that you're not really comfortable about working with me?
That's not the issue at all.
Well, yes, it is. You've looked uncomfortable since I mentioned it.
All right, Lionel, I don't think it's a good idea for us to work together.
Oh.
Especially in a job that you have arranged for me. I feel like I've finally gotten some independence in my life. I told you before how important that was to me.
I'm not going to infringe on your independence.
Lionel, please. Don't you think it's... we are just now getting to know each other again. I think it's a good idea if we just take things slow and not raise our expectations too fast.
You know what I think? I think you're being stubborn. That's what I think.
Can't you see this is nothing personal?
It's totally personal. You just won't admit it.
That's right, I won't.
Okay. Then I give up. For now. See you around.
Are you all right with him?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine, Pearl.
Yeah? You gonna go after him?
No, I don't really think that's the answer for us right now. But I do think maybe I'd go take a walk out on the beach and get some fresh air.
Well, what do you want me to tell him if he comes back?
Tell him that you saw me go off with a tall, handsome stranger in what you thought was a gold Rolls Royce.
Yes, but you see, there has to be some sort of mistake because I didn't make that deposit. That's right, no. Yes. Don't you have any idea, then? I see. Uh-huh. I think I understand. Thank you.
The appointment on the Jennings Trust case has been moved up until tomorrow. That means we'll have to go over those papers this evening.
I don't suppose that you know anything about the college trust fund that was set up for our baby.
Do you realize that's the first time you said our baby without me prompting you?
Are you going to answer the question, Mason?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about a $5,000 deposit that was made anonymously into the account of baby Wainwright.
I don't know why you would immediately think that I would go back.
Of you, Mason, because you are the only person I know who has the nerve, the crust, and the unmitigated gall to open up a trust fund for my unborn child. What the hell is the matter with you?
Julia.
Do you honestly think that I'm so incompetent that I can't provide for my own child's education? Do you know what an insult that is?
Hi.
Hi.
Eden Capwell, this is Carlota Kivar. She is the publicity person for the governor of Baja California.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, pleasure to meet you as well. I assume you're the young lady the inspector's so anxious to marry. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Your bride is very beautiful, Inspector. I am sure that the girls in your hometown will be very jealous. Listen, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, I
Cruz
think...
asked me to come here.
Listen, we're finished, right? We have no more business to discuss.
Yes. Well, I look forward to seeing you at the airport tomorrow morning at 7, Inspector. Miss Capwell? Senorita, what?
Kivar.
Look like an interesting meeting.
It was actually quite dull.
She didn't look bored.
Now, Eden, you know I never notice another woman but
Never
you.
notice?
Well, never respond to.
Is she planning on being with you for your entire trip to Baja? Maybe I should hire you a bodyguard.
Maybe you should come along. Come on now, these are the jokes. Give me a smile. This is the man you're going to marry.
Is that what it was meant to be? Was it supposed to be a slap in the face?
I told you, Julie, I'm not sure I know what you're...
Please, don't insult my intelligence even further by continuing with this pitiful denial. You called the bank and you deposited $5,000 into that account, and you probably couldn't stop yourself because your superior male attitude wouldn't allow you to believe that I could handle this perfectly well myself. I am having this baby on my own. I am raising this baby on my own, and I will provide for it on my own.
My superior male attitude can't hold a candle to your obnoxious female attitude. Just because of your pride, you're going to deny our child the chance to have a first-rate college education.
I am not going to deny my child anything. He may not have the Capwell privileges, but he will be happy, healthy, well-adjusted, and well-educated.
All right. I'm convinced. And I might as well confess to the bank account caper for baby Wainwright. I plead guilty to having tried to contribute something to an as-yet unborn human being in whose creation I participated. I realize that I should have thought it out more thoroughly, but I certainly wasn't trying to insult you. I wasn't even trying to inject myself into your single motherhood.
Not the impression I got.
Well, obviously. But if you would just allow me to make this one gesture once a year until the child is college age. I know I should have asked you first, Julia, but I would deem it both a pleasure and a privilege if you would allow me to do it.
Well, I suppose in the long run, it wouldn't really do any harm. And it would be good security for the baby. And since you obviously feel very strong about it, I don't know that I could turn you down.
That a yes?
Yes. I'll accept a contribution for our baby's college.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's very nice of you, Mason. It really is. Sometimes I just don't know how to handle you.
Who's there?
That fog is really coming in. Did my mom say where she was going?
Well, she wanted to be alone. She's going to take a walk down by the beach, Chala Casablanca.
You know, I think I better go out and see if I could try to find her.
What? Are you serious? If this walk... No, look, I owe you one. I'll do you a favor. I'll go, you stay, and whatever you do, remember, no free booze for the customers.
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Whoever you are, you stay away from me.
Caroline, is that you?
Pearl, there's somebody out here.
What? Where?
Over there, I can hear him coming through the bush.
Look, you go back inside. I'm gonna check this out. Hurry. Okay, hurry. Jen is waiting for you. Come on out of there. Come on. Come on! Hide! Hide one of E-D-I-D-E-L-C-E. Yes. This will be just exactly what Brick needs.
Did you see him?
No, but I know he was out there. I heard him getting closer.
It's all right now.
Hey, anybody call the police?
They're on their way. Did you see who it was?
No, but he left his calling card, a pillowcase, and footprints.
It was the same man. God.
Thank God you were all right. Sweetie, this actually may be just what we need to spring break.
See what I mean by those two paragraphs?
Yeah. You're right. We're definitely risking a much wider interpretation than our client would desire.
You want me to rewrite them?
No. I could just finish it up and leave it on your desk first thing.
Well, I don't want to dump it on you. Why don't we split it? You write the first paragraph, I'll write the second one, and then we'll be through in no time.
Mason, look, you've been here since early this morning, and it's already 6 o'clock.
Yeah, well, that's no problem. You say 6.
Yeah, why?
I'm supposed to meet Victoria at Lamar's class at 6.
Well, then go on.
Well, what about you? Isn't the class you were going to go to?
Yeah, but it really won't matter if I miss a few classes.
Why not?
Because Cruz is going out of town, and I really don't want to go alone. I've still got time. I mean, I can just start again when they come back.
Well, you shouldn't have to wait for Cruz.
Mason, there really isn't anybody else.
Sorry.
I didn't mean that the way it sounded.
No, I should be the one there with you.
It would be real cute, wouldn't it? You on one side of me and Victoria on the other.
Well, if I could do it, I would. You know that.
I'm fine. I've made a choice in my life, and I'm very prepared to deal with it. That's why I can stay here tonight, and you can't. Go home.
According to what I've been reading, we should be able to do some skiing.
Skiing? Well, that's not real high on my list of priorities. I want to take the skis along and whatever, that's okay with me, but I'm not going to feel obligated to leave the cabin. What's wrong?
I don't know. A few hours ago, I was never happier, but now I'm a little depressed.
So I noticed.
It doesn't make any sense. We're only going to be separated for a couple of days.
I think it makes perfect sense. A couple of days seems like a lifetime to me right now. I mean, why don't you just come along like I want you to?
No, I'm not going to give in to this feeling. You go to Baja, you do your business, I'll go to the mountains, and then when you get there, we'll have everything we've ever dreamed of.
I don't think I can wait till then.
No?
Mm-mm. I want to start dreaming tonight. Let's go home.
Yeah, let's.
Which one of you saw this guy?
Well, neither one of us got exactly a microscopic look at it, you know.
Did you just run away when you saw him?
Oh, I wasn't the one who was out here. It was my mother who heard him.
Yeah.
She heard him?
Yeah, she heard him right behind the bushes.
No, wait a minute. If nobody saw the guy, then what made you say he was out here trying to attack anyone?
Because, officer, I found a pillowcase, okay? I saw a looming shadow behind the bushes. And right over here, if you will follow me, I saw some footprints right...
Where?
You can't believe this. It was here just a minute ago, right here.
Now, was there anyone else around here when you saw it?
I'm not seeing things. I'm telling you, I saw a pillowcase strewn this way. On the other side, there were footprints. 1, 2.
Look, all I'm saying is, if there was no one else around here, then there was nothing stopping the guy from coming back and getting rid of any evidence.
So what can we do?
There's not much we can do. He didn't leave us any way to trace him.
Oh, dumb ski. I should have stayed here at the scene of the crime.
There's got to be something we can do.
The only way we can track him now is if we just wait and see if he strikes again.
I expected to see Julia at tonight's Lamaze class. I wonder why she wasn't there.
I, don't know.
Well, you see an awful lot of her at the office. I'm surprised she didn't explain to you why she wasn't coming.
I was in a contract meeting most of the day.
Oh, yeah, I know you two have been working very hard. Frankly, I don't understand how she does it. I mean, being pregnant, she must be tired all the time.
I think she's capable of handling most of what comes across her desk.
She doesn't seem to be handling it very well. She's always running to you for advice.
What are you getting at, Victoria? I thought we had settled this.
I understand that you feel very protective toward Julia. But, Mason, you always seem to get very defensive every time we talk about it.
No, I'm not being defensive, Victoria. I just want to put this behind us, since you know there's absolutely no reason for you to be jealous of Julie.
Yes, I know what you said this morning, but still you...
What is it?
The baby.
What?
Oh, you kicked me. Come over here, feel this, quick. Oh, I think I went back to sleep. Oh, Mason, I'm so glad you're here with me.
Yeah. It's wonderful.
I miss you already.
Can you imagine? Just next week, we're going to be married.
What kind of ceremony do you think we're going to have up in the mountains?
I know exactly what I'm going to say to you.
Tell me now.
You want me to spoil it?
Just tell me part of it. I want to have your words with me so I can look forward to something.
Okay. I'll tell you this part from the Bible. Entreat me not to leave thee, nor to return from following after thee. For whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God. Whither thou diest, will I die, and there will I be buried. The Lord do so unto me, and more also.
If aught but death part thee and me.
Where there is love,
there is no death.